Hi y'all, welcome to Backyard Conversations. Love that intro. Anyways, I actually just finished doing some laundry. I just finished hand washing some stuff. But as I was like washing my clothes, I thought about like just talking with y'all because I feel like I have a lot to say, but also at the same time, like I don't know what to say, if that makes sense. But I feel like sometimes things just roll off my tongue that are important for not only myself to hear, but like other people, I feel like. Anyways, welcome to this. I need like a little intro for this or something. I hope everyone's having a beautiful day. Yeah, let's just see what comes up as I talk about this. As I'm sitting here, I'm like looking at the sky and I'm just like, oh my god, like just taking in like how beautiful the clouds look. Like this is how it is all throughout that side as well, as the sun is like shining. And I was just like admiring the clouds, and I was just like thinking about how like in the beginning of when I started my spiritual journey, I used to like look at trees and like clouds and just objects and be so amazed by its essence, like its simplicity and its like purity in a way. And I still experience that sometimes. Love a little baby dragonfly. I still experience that sometimes, but not as often as I used to. Love to do too. And I was just thinking about how I was reading my book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, and in the book it literally talks about how once you start meditating, you'll be able to see the beauty, and in other words, like the essence of things. And I was just like, literally, yeah, like when I first read that book, it was like it was like the third book that I started reading, actually, I think. And I just like remember reading the book and being like, oh my god, this is what I experienced, this is what I felt like when I was hardcore meditating, like meditating 24/7, like all the time. And it's so interesting to like kind of be on like my 6th year of like just being aware of like healing journeys and like triggers that come up and like living life to its fullest. And as I was like looking at the clouds, I was like trying to like breathe in its like essence, and like I was able to acknowledge it but not necessarily like embody the energy of it. And I was like just observing, and I was like, I wonder if like the reason why after a while of like learning like the power of the breath and like meditation, I wonder if like because it's like a consistency, and once you keep that consistency, love for once you keep that like active mindfulness, like everywhere you are, everywhere you go, like everything you do, I wonder if like you no longer feel that like first initial high of like seeing the purity of the essence of like a tree or like a leaf or like things, because you're so used to like living in that, because that is now the dream reality, that is now your reality of like being mindful. And I was just thinking, I was like, I wonder if that's why I don't feel that same like energy when I was first initially starting my spiritual journey. But regardless, I was like looking at the clouds and I was like, oh my god, like what do I see in the clouds? And I was just like observing like what I was seeing. And as I'm sitting here now, like I can still feel that energy of like its essence of things. But it's so interesting to like just be the observer of like that response of like, oh yeah, I'm like an active living human. And because I've had this practice of like meditation and presence and have tried to keep my consistency within that, like things still amaze me, but it's like no longer kind of like impossible, I guess, in a way. Like now it's like, oh wow, this is amazing, like this is life. But it's also like, wow, this is life, this is my life that I get to live and breathe and observe in and exist in and embody and flourish in. There's a bug on me. So anyways, I just thought that was very beautiful and interesting. It's so interesting, like what comes up in my mind. And I want to do more stuff like this because I feel like I always talk about random stuff within myself that I'm like, oh, like I wish I was recording, or like I wish like I can talk about these things with like more people who are like on that vibe of like clear consciousness. And this full moon today is the super full moon in Aquarius actually, so love, like just the energy is just like so much shifting is happening, and I'm so here for it. Like it is so divine. And for me personally, this like energy that's coming up is like very, hi hummingbird. A hummingbird just landed right here. Where to go? It just disappeared. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Anyways, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. But anyways, yeah, I just think it's so beautiful. Oh, with this energy of like this Aquarius super full moon coming up, like there's so much change happening, and also Venus is in retrograde and Mercury's gonna be in retrograde. And I just think like all of these things that are happening is so divine and so beautiful. Like it is aligning everything. And anytime there's like a retrograde, people always put the negative connotation to it because it's like, oh, like things are gonna be bad and stuff like that. But a lot of people are now talking about the positive side of things, about retrogrades, how they like realign us to what is actually serving us, like mentally, emotionally, and physically, like energetically, like in all these different beautiful ways. And it's like, it's about time. I just heard like, it's about damn time. In a minute, I'm gonna need a. Anyways, besides the point, like it's about time. It feels like it's about time for people to actually start seeing like the truth and the reality of things, and like the power of things and the beauty of things, instead of like kind of feeling stuck in some stuff, I guess, or feeling like in a rut. And I am so here for this energy, like 100%, like so open to receive. Spirits and ancestors. My sternum just popped as I opened my heart. But anyways, yeah, I'm just like so here for it, and whatever comes and whatever goes, and it's just all so divine and so beautiful. And yeah, I don't know, I guess for me it's just really embodying the essence of me and like my reality and like the truth of my energy, and like it's embodying what we've always were meant to be. So I just think it's very interesting to be like the observer of that. And yeah, I think this is my season. This season is like, I feel really good about this season. So yeah, I'm just so grateful, and I hope everyone's having a beautiful full moon, or had a beautiful full moon, or is. I don't know when this is gonna go up. Maybe it's gonna go up the same day, if I decide to upload it. But yeah, I just thought I'd have a little chit chat because I need more friends who are on the wavelength and who want to have these conversations and just like exist and be in this divine good energy. But anyways, yeah. Oh, also with these like retrogrades happening, I've been reflecting a lot on like past people that I've met and just like the divinity of all these beings, these people. And I'm just like, oh my god, like yes, and like just seeing who I was and like how much I knew in that moment, in those moments of being around these different beings, and like how all of that played a part into my own evolution into this moment right now. And it's just so beautiful, and I'm just like, bro, like that is so freaking dope, like that is so freaking cool, like to be and to have been able to experience those beings, like bro, like that is so freaking cool. Like what, like meeting new people and like just having conversations, like that is so freaking cool. Anyways, yeah, I'm just like so amazed. I'm just so amazed by like my existence, I guess, because I feel like, I don't know, it's just so interesting, especially being like so young, like in my 20s. I literally, why do I feel like I'm 50, like here having like a whole talk show um outside after hand washing some laundry. But it's just like, here, love, it's just so interesting because I'm like so young, but I also feel so like evolved, so much more evolved than like the societal standard of like where people are at in their 20s or what people like to do in their 20s. And I'm just like so like not not that, and it's just so interesting to see and like experience and like, I guess, just really like be so confident and secure in myself and like what I know is for me and what I know isn't for me, and like kind of following what is for me. And like, yeah. And it's kind of interesting because I guess growing up, like I always viewed people who were like so determined to do what they wanted to do like as people who don't have fun. Oh, I got a mosquito bite and the hummingbird just flew by again. Oh, there's two now. I guess I always viewed like people who got stuff done and was like on their grind, on their ish, as like people who don't really like to have fun and stuff like that. But now, like being in that, I'm like, I 100% understand. Like I understand. Like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to go out, and I don't want to go be smoking or doing drinking or none of that, or like being at a club. Like I don't want to do none of that. Like no thank you. No thank you. I want to be like on my shit, like period, like go, dude, attracting in my dreams, working towards what I want to be doing, and that is what is fun for me. So it's just very interesting because like seeing how the perspective changes from like being a little kid and like observing these things, and now like being, I guess, the adult and like knowing the difference between those two things. And I think a huge part of like my perspective in this stuff is being raised by alcoholics and being raised by so much like chaos and so much turmoil, and like knowing that that's not what I want for myself or my future. And it's just so interesting and so beautiful to like be the observer of that. And it's also so beautiful to, you know, be an observer of people who do experience like going to clubs and stuff like that. Like if that's for you, then go off. But it's so interesting to just be the observer of these things and kind of like knowing myself, I guess. And in the past I used to feel so much shame for knowing what it is that I want and knowing myself. But it's like I'm starting to understand that knowing myself and being firm in myself is the greatest gift that I can give to not only myself but to everyone I interact with, and like life itself. um Literally, because if I wasn't myself right now, then I wouldn't be sitting here saying all this stuff. But this is like my truth, my reality. And you know, it might resonate with some people, it might not resonate with some people, and that is also okay, because like, you know, we all get to experience different stuff. But it's just, it feels so good. It feels so divine, so good to be here now and understand myself and know myself, and that may change and that may evolve. um and it's all good. It's all good. um but yeah, I just think it's so interesting to be like living and like the observer of this life, and like the observer of like my little kid past life. Oh my god, my back is so itchy from mosquito bites. But yeah, it's literally like such a gift to be able to be living. It's like literally such a blessing. And to understand the type of people that I want in my life, and I hope to meet more people like that in my life. um and yeah, regardless, I think everyone that you meet teaches you a lot about existence and like also about yourself. So I think all interactions are very divine in their own way, whether we see that or not. But yeah, it's just so interesting and it's so beautiful, and I'm just so excited, and I'm just so gifted, and I am so open to receive like the amount of love that the universe has for me. And like seeing that the universe is actually like on your side, whatever you believe in, like seeing that whatever that is for you is really truly rooting for you and on your side at every single moment. It's like, oh yeah, like we're good, like we're good, you know. Anyways, welcome to Backyard Conversations with me, Ali G. Yeah, I love you, and I will see you in the next one.